be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. Today I'm eating a massive salad and it has everything in it. I'm going to take a couple of bites and tell you exactly what's in it. I promise you. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. I'm gonna give y'all the first bite because that's only right. This is one of my favorite salads. I've been eating this for a long time. And I'm surprised this is my first time making this salad on the channel. Whew, yes. All right, one more bite. And I'm gonna tell you what's in it. I had to write everything down. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Okay. This salad has romaine lettuce, cucumber, red onion, green bell pepper, cherry tomatoes, sliced gouda cheese, banana peppers, green olives, jalapenos, avocado. And I dressed it in red wine vinegar and olive oil. And I seasoned it with jalapeno garlic pepper, oregano, and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. Now, before I had my jalapeno garlic pepper, which is currently on sale, just so you know, all of my seasonings are restocked and on sale. Visit the website at goodascanbe.co and get your seasonings. Before I had jalapeno garlic pepper, I would just season my salad just with salt and pepper. That was it. And the oregano. Man, I dressed it perfectly. It's seasoned perfectly. Like, I'm telling you, I love a good salad. I've always been like a salad bar girl. Like, you could take me to the salad bar anytime and I will be happy. I was going to put some mesquite turkey in this salad, but I just felt like it didn't need it. That big old jalapeno. I'll also put everything I have in this salad. I'll put it in the description box. I don't know if I said that or not, but yeah, I'll put it in the description if you want to make this salad. That gouda, I love gouda. The saltiness from the olives, just everything about it. It's just the right balance of everything. I think out of all of my seasonings that the jalapeno garlic pepper has always been a fan favorite. So my all-purpose is the newest blend. The jalapeno and the Cajun were released at the same time. And I think people just love it because it's, it's different. But it's just it's really good to put on food, like while you're preparing food, while you're seasoning meat or whatever you're seasoning, your vegetables, while you're about to grill them. But it's also a really good topper. You know what I'm saying? Like it really sets stuff off. Like once it's already done, that's what I love about it. So a few people have asked me about white labeling. They wanted to know if I white label my seasonings. And I feel like that's a very valid question. I might have addressed this in a live before, but I wanted to address it here because I've gotten it a few times since I did my drop. And if you're not familiar with white labeling, it's pretty much products that already exist and you just put your labels on it and you sell it as your own. So for my brand, Good as Can Be, it's not white label. That is an option with my manufacturer, but I didn't do it because I wanted to go through the process of like building something from scratch. And I also wanted something very different. Yeah, so like, and let me tell you, everything didn't always work out. I had like in the beginning, I wanted to have like a sweet, not super sweet, but like a sweet, like onion powder. And it was a disaster. It was horrible. It was disgusting. So there was no way I could put my name on that and put that out. So my all-purpose took 8 months for me to get it right. I completely missed the mark when I first started the original blend. So I had to take my time with it. That's why it took so long to release it. Right now, I'm going through the sample process for the jerk seasoning. And that means me tasting it, grilling with it, putting things like baking things, putting things in the air fryer, putting it on veggies, putting it on chicken, trying it on so many things to see if it's good or not, and so far I like it, but I might make some adjustments. So no, I didn't white label. I mean, I don't think anything is wrong with white labeling, but that just wasn't my preference for my business. Guess what is finally happening this weekend, y'all? I am filming my furnished apartment tour, and I cannot wait. Once I get all my orders out, I will have some time to film that, get it edited, and put it out. Which kind of leads me to something that I experienced yesterday. It's about TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is incredible. And even after the experience I had yesterday, I would still use it. And it wasn't like the worst experience in the world. It was just like, I'm gonna tell y'all just a second. Woo. I'm getting full. Well, satisfied. That gouda. Okay. So y'all heard me talk about TaskRabbit because I've used the company to help build furniture, to hang the artwork in my apartment. Because those are just things I did not want to do. I had no interest, so I'm like, cool, this is perfect. And I've used TaskRabbit in the past. This was not my first time. So I've used TaskRabbit even when I was in California. And they offer a wide variety of things. Like, I encourage all of y'all to download the app and look at it, because like, in terms of paying for convenience, in terms of paying for someone that's an expert at doing these things, it's great. So anyways, I found a guy out here and I booked him twice. He's incredible. He takes direction well. Like, you could tell him to do one thing one time and he's going to get it done. And he builds really fast and he builds well. And I really like booking him because in his bio, it said he was a carpenter. So he really knows his way around like building things, you know? So I had a couple things that I needed done. And when I say a couple, I needed to have 3 floating shelves hung in my hallway. I needed 4 8x10s hung as like a cluster of 4 photos, 8x10s. And I needed a dry erase board hung in my office area. So I feel like that's pretty straightforward, because there was nothing to really build. You didn't have to build a big piece of furniture, not, a whole bunch of pieces, none of that, right? So I go on the app and I try to book my guy, and it's like, there's a message saying that he's not currently like, you can't book him at this time. So I'm like, dang, because when you find something that works, especially me, I'm gonna keep on doing that over and over again. Like, I'll book this dude until the end of eternity. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he did a really good job. So I'm trying to book him and I can't. So I'm looking around. I'm looking at other people's reviews. I'm seeing, their ratings, their reviews, and all that stuff too. And so the people on there offer different services. So having furniture assembled is gonna cost a different amount than you needing things mounted. You know what I'm saying? So they have a range of prices and stuff, right? So I'm going through, I'm not rushing through the reviews. I'm taking my time. I'm comparing people, and I end up, I found this guy who had really high ratings. People were saying really good things about his work, his time management. He has tools, all this stuff, right? So I'm like, cool. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I feel like this is very simple. I'm gonna book him for 10 a.m. So I book him for 10 a.m. on Wednesday. And immediately he messages me confirming what I need done. I'm like, okay, I need 4 8x10s hung. I need 3 floating shelves hung in my hallway. And I need a whiteboard hung in my office. Pretty straightforward. And I feel, to me, again, I don't build and use my hands all like that. But I feel like that could be done in like an hour, hour 15, hour 30 max, right? And let me say, this is based off of the work that I've seen other people do just in general, but specifically the other guy that I booked on TaskRabbit. In like an hour and a half, this man built a couch, 2 coffee tables. He hung this big old picture right here that you see hanging. He hung this, and he also mounted my TV in like an hour and a half. He had other stuff to do when he was here that day, but I'm just saying he got a lot done in an hour and a half. So I was like, yeah, like, we could get this done. I had a meeting at 12:15. I'm like, he can come in at 10. He should be gone by like 11:30, and I'll be able to get to my meeting, right? So, cool. So we confirmed everything. It's now Wednesday morning. I'm up, have been up since like 7:30. I was up in here listening to music. I'm on my computer getting some work done. Like, I'm just in my zone, right? So I'm looking at my watch. It's about 9:45. I'm like, oh, okay, he'll be here shortly. So I have everything out. I've opened up all my packages and stuff, you know what I'm saying, making things easier for him. And I have everything in the area where they need to be, like hung or whatever, right? So 10 o'clock rolls around. Cool. 10:05, 10:10, no knock at my door. 10:15, I get an alert and I get a message on TaskRabbit telling me, hey, I'm running a little late. I'll be there shortly. Running a little late, bro. 10:15, you passed a little, you know what I'm saying? I should have got this message at 10:05 when you realized you wasn't here at 10 a.m. That's what I think, right? But that's just me. So he gets here like 10:25, 10:30, and he just looks like, you know, and I don't know if it was like he felt bad because he was late. I don't know if he had just woke up late and he was just kind of frazzled. You know what I'm saying? He woke up late and rushing to get here. I don't know what it was, but he just looked like, and not, I don't want to say like he looked like he was on something. It wasn't like that. I think it was just more like, damn, I didn't mean to be late. This is a bad first impression. Yeah, it is. So I tell him what I need done. I give him direction. I feel like what I'm asking for is fairly simple. You're not really building anything. You know, I tell you exactly where I want the stuff to go, where I want it to be positioned, right? So I see him hanging the 8x10s, right? Cool. He's like, how do you feel about this? All right, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Great. Okay, cool. Then he moves on to hanging the shelves. All right, cool. Got that done. But he, to me, is moving really slow. And I'm just thinking, like, is this really what you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you seem like you just, I don't know. Anyways, and maybe I'm just irritated because he's late, because he was late. So then he moves on to the final thing, which was hanging the whiteboard, y'all. So he hangs the whiteboard up and he's done. He's asking me how I feel about it. So I'm looking at it and then he's like, oh, and by the way, I drilled an extra hole in your wall on accident. I thought that was my marking and I'm, you know, so now I got this big hole. It's a hole. I mean, it's not massive, but it's big enough to where I need to call the office and ask them to patch it up, or I need to patch it up because I just don't want the hole in my wall, you know? And I'm just like, bro, like, how did you, because where the hole is not where I asked the board to be. So I don't even know how your marking would have been that low to begin with, is what I'm saying. So anyways, y'all, he took an hour 15, hour 30 minutes to do this. And I felt like that was a long time. And again, maybe it's not fair for me to compare him to the previous guy, but I'm like, this seems pretty straightforward, especially if this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, like he left, and I don't know, like it just wasn't the best experience. It wasn't the best experience. Being 30 minutes late, drilling an extra hole in my wall was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But again, that happened because I feel like there's good and bad with everything, you know? And because I found a guy that I really like on there, I'm going to do my best to always book him if I need anything in the future. And also I think he told me that he does work outside of, like he works outside of TaskRabbit. So I want to get his number directly so I can always hit him up if I need stuff done, you know, which I'm pretty sure that I will. Like I may move things around. I may bring in some new furniture or whatever, and I'll need help with it. And I want to book him. So I either want to book him or one of the two guys that my honey is used to going with, and I'll just keep it at that. So I do feel like that once you find something that works or somebody that you really like, I think it's like, you know, it's cool to stick with them because other people may not deliver that same quality of work, which is what I experienced. So I wanted to share that because, you know, I just want to be transparent that TaskRabbit is amazing. I've had a great experience, but then I've also had a not so great experience. But that comes along with anything. You know what I'm saying? It could be a restaurant. It could be at a hotel, anywhere. You know, you can have a good experience in one city at a hotel and hate it in another, you know, but that doesn't mean that you can't stand that hotel chain anymore. They just had a bad employee working when you checked in, you know? So anyways, I wanted to share that, but I was so irritated, y'all. And because he was late, like he was almost pushing it like into my time for me to start my meeting. And I'm like, dog, like I need you to wrap this up, you know? But again, I feel like I was just kind of irritated because I was out the gate because he was late. So y'all know how it is when somebody kind of is irritating you, everything they do starts to irritate you. You know what I mean? So he seemed like a pretty cool person. you know, but he needs to definitely get his time management together. That's for sure. Yeah, and I was honest in my feedback with him. You know what I'm saying? I was honest about my review. I didn't rate him super low because ultimately he did do the work that I asked him to do. But you got to be on time, dog. Like you got to be on time. Like that's extremely important because people are planning and booking stuff based on their schedules and availability too. And if you're saying that you're available at 10, you need to pull up at 10. That's it. I feel like that, you know, that's what it is. So I wanted to share that, y'all. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this video up. Again, goodascanbe.co. If you want to get these seasonings, I want to send them to you. I want them to be a staple in your kitchen as we're getting ready for like grilling season and, you know, just everyday cooking. Like these are definitely seasonings that can be a part of your everyday life. So, and they're low sodium and vegan and gluten free, all of that. So, all right. So that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block, everywhere.